Hello friends, welcome to our channel Medicoistic. Fall in love with medicine. So today is our topic is of bones of radius and ulna. So today we will cover the bones of radius, bones of ulna, the relation between the ulna and radius, which area will join the area join the radius and ulna, and the elbow joint, right? So first we will begin with the radius. Okay. So here we will draw a diagram of the radius. Okay, so this is our diagram of radius, right? So I will label it. First, before starting to the label, I will show you that this is a anterior surface, or you can say as facies anterior. Okay, and if it is an anterior surface, then this border is known as anterior border. As like anterior surface, we have three borders: anterior, posterior and lateral surfaces, and three borders which are anterior, posterior and interosseous border, right? So here this is known as caput radii, which means that head of the radius. If there is a head, then there must be the neck. So in neck, in Latin, it is known as culum radii. So in Latin, the neck is known as culum radii. Now this bump like shape, this is known as tuberositaceous radii. Okay, or you can say tuberosity of radius. And then we have the hole here, which is known as foramen nutricum. It is also found in humerus also, right? Then here you can see a point like area. This is known as processus styloideus lateralis. Why this part is known as lateral part? As you can see that this is our hand, right? So radius will found on here, and here we will found the ulna. So radius is lateral to the our hand, right? Lateral to our the body. So the styloid process will found here. So it's on the lateral side. That's why it is known as processus styloideus lateralis. If our radius will be on medial side, then it is known as medialis. But our radius is on the lateral side. That's why this is known as processus styloideus lateralis. Now that was a anterior surface, right? Now we will talk about the posterior surface. There is no more difference between the anterior and posterior surface, but to know very well, I will draw a diagram. What is this? It's a caput radii, right? Now this one will be culum radii, and here the bump like thing is known as tuberosity radii, right? On posteriorly it will look like this, right? So what is this? Processus styloid lateralis. Processus styloideus lateralis, and this one is lateral, you can say posterior surface. Okay, but on like it will be bone like with this. If we take the bone in our hand, then that side will be anterior, this side will be posterior, and here this side is known as facies lateralis. Okay, uh, on medial side there will be ulna, so there is no medial surface. Okay, and this is our tuberosity. Just think like that, it is a box, right? Our bone is a box like this. So this surface is posterior surface, that surface will be anterior surface, right? And this surface will be lateral surface. Okay, if we see the bone on the lateral side, there will be quite different. The different is this shape. This is known as incisura ulnaris. Incisura ulnaris. Why it is known as incisura ulnaris, where it is found on the radial bone, is because the radial ulnar bone will joint here on the radius bone. That's why it is known as incisura ulnaris. Incisura where ulnar bone will joint, but on which bone? Radial bone. That's why it is known as incisura ulnaris. So don't forget about this incisura. It's an important incisura with joint ulna and radius. So hope you understand the radius bone, and wait for our next video on the ulnar bone. So hope you like this video. Hit the like button, subscribe